So I'm going to go ahead and hit my share screen here. And if you can see my screen, drop a 1 into the chat, please. And David, if you don't mind checking that chat for me, that would be great.
Yeah, let me go ahead and navigate through this. Let's see. Mitz is putting like 100 ones in there, so he must be able to. They must be able to see it.
Awesome. That's great. That's great. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you're able to see it. Okay, so the first thing that we have here is we have the dashboard of the Viper itself. So when I created this tool, I wanted to make it so darn simple that you could literally jump into the tool, start off immediately, and get your videos in, get views to them, get traffic to them. So that's really what the Viper is here. You can create a beautiful video, you can upload it, you can live stream it, and then you can put it into the Viper. And what happens is I have a crowdsourced system. So you're actually going to be getting real views, real traffic, search relevancy searches from actual users within the network. So this is a fully automated, you don't have to ever watch a video manually again. You don't have to do anything manually. It's fully automated, runs completely in the background in the cloud. So what happens is someone comes in, they set up a campaign, and let's say it's for a local video like CPA Culpeper, Virginia. Culpeper's right down the road from me. So let's say I want to rank for CPA Culpeper, Virginia. What's going to happen is I'll create the campaign, and I'll say, let's put up 500 views to this. Now that's actually quite a lot of views for a local, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in the future here. So we'll put it in. Let's say I want to drive 500 views to it. What it will do is it will throw it out into the queue. So there are hundreds. Now there's around 1,000 Google accounts, real Google accounts in the network running from residential IP addresses. There are no proxies. There are no VPNs running in the background. This is all real IP addresses. This is the really important part, okay? This is very important. So it goes out to these people that are watching the tool, that have the tool running in the background on their computers, and it opens up Google within the tool, searches the first 10 pages of Google. If your video is not in the first 10 pages of Google, it'll click the video tab, it'll search the first 10 pages of YouTube, find your video, click on it, watch it, and it has a specific threshold built into the tool. So there's a threshold of at least 55%. So it will watch at the very minimum 55% of the video. That's what's counted in YouTube as a view at the very minimum. And it has a maximum of 98%. So between 55% and 98%, it'll watch the video. And if you chose, you want to get likes on it, you want to get subscribes, you want to get favorites, you want to have it shared, all of those things will be done within the tool automatically. And then it logs out, waits for a few minutes, gets the next video in the queue. On the person's computer, it starts running again. So meanwhile, your video is going out to another computer, another visitor, another viewer, and you're getting these constant views coming in. So they are real traffic. It builds your search relevancy. It builds your YouTube ranking, and it builds your total views for your channel. So this is awesome. Your total click-through rate on your video. This is what makes this tool so darn powerful, because this is what you need to rank. This is what gets your videos ranking. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to break into the tool and tell you a little bit about the Viper, and we'll set up a couple of campaigns together. We'll go through all the options, and I'll show you the downloadable tool, and then we'll start talking about the social aspects of it here. So right here on the main dashboard, you can see my total credits. So I have the master account here, so I have all my credits. Total number of videos that I have currently in the queue, 21. Total number of videos in the queue overall. So between all of our members, there's 1,026 videos in the queue. Now this is the really exciting part, and I'm always watching this. This gets me excited. Every time I load the tool, I get really psyched out, because in 6 weeks' time since I launched the Viper, the tool has watched 261,760 videos. That is huge. That's over 250,000 videos have been watched in 6 weeks' time using the Viper. It always makes me excited. So the total number of videos I've watched this month are 6,783. And the total credits that I've earned so far this month from watching the videos is 1,544 credits. Total number of videos I've ever watched for 14,000. So you can see right there. And then I have a little area down here of downloading the tool. I have training down here and all that great stuff. So you may be asking, well, wait a second. What did you just talk about here? Because this is something I did not mention earlier. Total number earned. Okay, so the Viper, not only do you get to submit your campaigns, get real views, get real traffic, get all that great stuff, but if you run the Viper on your computer in the background, you don't have to listen to it. You don't have to do anything manually. Just let it run. If you let it run in the background, you actually get paid to have it run in your background. So the Viper is running in the background constantly, and you're constantly earning credits for watching the videos. This is the really exciting part about the Viper. Is not only is it awesome, not only are you going to get your videos ranked, but you're going to earn those credits back that you're spending, which is really cool. It's really cool when you think about it. So I'm totally psyched about that. That's a really neat feature. Now, I've also got something really cool coming. Just spoke with my programmers this morning, and I'm adding a leaderboard in over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a leaderboard option in. It's going to track the top 10 people for every month that watch the most videos, that view the most videos, and they're going to get cash prizes. So I'm going to be handing out cash straight to your PayPal. There'll be Amazon cards. There'll be all sorts of great stuff because we're all part of a community. That's what the Viper is about. It's a crowdsourcing community app. We're all helping each other rank. We're all able to help each other's videos get that traffic, show up, drive the leads, drive the sales, all that really cool stuff. Okay, so this is the dashboard. Now let's go into the really cool part here. I'm going to click on Add Campaign. And again, this is super, super simple. And you can see I only have a few options in here. So let's go ahead and we'll set up a campaign name. Before I do that, I'm going to go over here and grab a video. So this is Electrician Orlando. So I'm going to copy that URL. And let's just go ahead and pause that video right there. We'll go back over. And we'll say Electrician Orlando. We'll drop my YouTube URL in here. I'm going to put in my keywords. So I want to go for electrician. Totally had a brain fart there. Sorry about that. So I want to go rank it for Electrician Orlando there. And let's say I want to drive the views in every 3 minutes. I want to get a view. That total price is going to be for 100 views. It's going to be 1 credit. So the way that I priced out my credit system is I wanted to make it as fair as I could to where you could get a ton of views without spending a lot of money, a lot of credits, I should say in that case. So what you want to do is for this, it gives you 1 credit per 100 views. That's what it's going to take to submit your campaigns. So let's say that I want to get 150 views to this video. It's going to credit you 2 credits. Now, if I want to drive in likes, I can click on the likes. Now I'm up to 7 credits, so I added 5 credits to it. And what this means is it doesn't give you the option to add as many likes as you would like to have. And the reason that I put that in is I've solved the problem of over-optimizing your video. Over sending too many views, too many likes, too many subscribes, it looks totally unnatural. So what the tool will actually do is it will pick between 0 to 15% of the total views of your video, and it will give you that in likes, which is really cool. So that's a really cool feature. The same thing with the subscribes. You can add that in. Okay, we went up 5 more points. Now we're at 12. So that will give you more subscribes to your videos, more subscribes to your channel overall. You can click on favorites if you want. Another 5 points goes up. So 17 credits total. Extremely fair to get that. That's really cool. So that's really awesome. So we're going to take this off. We're just going to leave likes on, and we're going to have 150 views. Now you may be asking, why in the world would I set it at 150 views? Now, when you're setting up campaigns, this is really important, whether you get Viper or not. If you're doing any type of video marketing, which if you're here because you're a video marketer. What you want to do before you drive views to your videos, before you start getting your videos ranked, you want to think about how many actual searches are done in that particular area. So the first thing I recommend that people do when they're doing this, when they're waiting to get their videos to rank, when they're waiting to send traffic in, I tell them to go up and pull up a keyword planner from Google. Go in the keyword planner, search the area that they're wanting to do for their major money keyword, and see how many searches. Now, there's going to be a lot more searches for this particular keyword. Electrician Orlando, that's a major area, Orlando, Florida. Electrician Orlando, that's a crazy search. So this may be maybe 1,000 searches per month. It could be 5,000 searches per month. It's probably pretty high when you're thinking about it for an electrician right there in Orlando, Florida. I've not actually looked that up, so I do not have the stat on that one itself. Excuse me for a second. All right, sorry about that. I had to take a sip of water, guys. Throat was getting dry there. So, so for that one in particular, make sure that when you look into it, you want to make sure that you have all the keyword stats figured out. Because if it's for a small area, let's say it's for CPA Culpeper, Virginia, like I said earlier, that is a small town out in the boonies, okay? They're not going to be getting more than 100 searches per month for this particular keyword. So if you send in 500 views to your video, that's going to look unnatural for that particular area. So just keep that in mind with any type of video marketing that you do in the future. You want to make it look natural. The first month that you send in, maybe send a smaller campaign in, maybe 75 views. Work it up. There's always a threshold. If all of a sudden you pop into the market with this video and you get it ranked that it's getting 500 views per month, again, that just looks unnatural to Google. So I would start slow and I would just kind of slope it up, because that's what looks good to Google, that's what looks natural, and that's more understandable. Whereas if a brand new video jumps to 400 views in you know, a couple of weeks or a month, again, I just don't recommend doing that. So that's awesome. So we got this set up. It's going to take 7 credits. I'm going to hit submit here. Okay, success. Now we can click on campaigns and we can see all of our campaigns that we've set up here. So you can see all the way down. Now, whenever a campaign is finished, whenever it's completely run, it turns green. If they're not finished yet, they are black. And you can see the progress bar here. It tells you how far into it the video has been done. So this one was HQ Webinar Review. This was a big webinar. I'm sure that you guys saw this launch come out on the internet a couple of weeks ago. So that was a really cool launch. I was sending 4,000 views to it. You can see how far I got before I stopped. So that was a really cool one. Actually, let's go ahead and go in there. So we'll click on edit here. And I'll just go ahead and take a look in here for my main HQ webinar. I was going after everything. I even threw priority in, and we'll talk about that in just a second. You can see it finished 31%. I was wanting to get 4,000 views. Before I stopped it, I got 1,245 views, 467 likes, 461 shares, 433 on subscribes, and 458 on favorites. Now, you may be asking, well, wait a second. Why are all those numbers pretty congruent there across the board? Well, the reason is that, again, you're getting up to 20% of the total views that you got sent in, or the total views that you set up here. So out of 4,000, I was getting up to 20% of that, which was really great. So this is cool. You can take your videos in and out of the campaign anytime that you want. So it's deactivated, but if I want it to go back into the queue, I could just click on activate and it would throw it back into the queue and finish it up. So if we go back up here to Electrician Orlando, we can see it set up for every 3 minutes. It's going to get a view. I want to drive 150 views to it, and it's ready to rock and roll. And you can see the created time that I have here. Now, we actually also have a statistics page built in, and this is very, very easy to see everything that's currently going on. Here's CPA Culpeper, Virginia. You can see I got 380 views on it, 110 likes. That's great. I didn't get any shares or subscribes. I didn't want to set that up. Electrician Orlando, driving in. Carpet cleaner, DUI lawyer, CVS. Got some, look at this. We love the 80s. Great 80s song, great 80s music, I should say. So what it initially does is it takes down the initial views on the video before you send in the Viper. So you know, okay, I had 150 views that video. Now the Viper drove in another 200 views. I know that I'm totally rocking it out. So that's a really cool page that we have built in. API token. API token is very, very simple. All this is this connects your main Viper in the cloud up to the Viper that you download, and if you want to watch the videos and earn the credits. So that's just the code that goes in. I don't have any licensing. It's unlimited installs. So if you have 5 computers in your house, you can put Viper on all 5, run them on individual IP addresses from the residential home. It's wonderful. That's great. You want to put on 20 computers around your office, around your neighbors, around your friends, your family, the whole 9 yards, you could totally do that. One of my biggest users this guy named William. He's awesome. William has, I think, around 30 installs total. The guy is totally rocking it out. He's huge. He's got all these things going on. In fact, I'll talk about William here in just a moment. Now, the next thing here on the Viper we have is the credit history. So the credit history tracks every single credit that you spend and every single credit that you earn. So the last time I earned a credit was on July 18th. Now, that's not when I stopped using the tool. The tools are set at a threshold, so it depends on the particular package that you decide to pick up. You will actually have a limitation on the number of views that you can earn back, the number of credits you can earn back for using the Viper. So I hit my threshold earlier. So when I hit my threshold on July 18th, that's when it stopped earning the credits, but I continued watching the videos. But you can see everything coming in here. I just spent 7 credits on creating Electrician Orlando, right? Sending that one in. So this is really cool. So you always know how many credits you have. You always know how many credits you spent. And if you got, you know, monthly credits coming in, tells you when your monthly credits came in, how many credits you got, which is really, really awesome again. So this is the Viper. Very, very simple. This is the cloud-based app. Now what I'm going to show you here is the downloadable app. This is the downloadable tool. And it's very, 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 very simple, okay? I made this as simple as I could. Yes, it looks bare bones, but it's super powerful. So all you have to do is enter your Google account. So you can go to Account Wizard, and we'll load this up, okay? So you just add your Google email addresses, your passwords, your recovery email addresses. Please don't steal my accounts. I know that you can see everything here. I do have the ability for proxies, but I'm going to be disabling this feature. The reason behind it is I told everybody do not use this feature unless you're using residential proxies. And unfortunately, I found that people were throwing their cheap data center squid proxies in here. It was showing up as a negative on YouTube. People were getting some of their views taken away. Some of the views are being stripped. We do not want data center proxies or bad proxies at all. So that feature is actually going to be taken out. I don't want people using proxies until I can either provide residential proxies myself for people, or I know guaranteed that they have residential proxies. Like there's a great guy, Simon Dottie, I believe he just released a bunch of residential proxies. That's something I'm testing out. I'm going to try it out, see what it is. But anyway, so we have this in. We have our accounts added, and now all I have to do is hit start. So what's going to do is it's going to open up a tool just like this, and you can see it's starting to work here, so it's saying working. And you're going to see 2 flashes on the screen here in just a second. And what the 2 flashes are is it's opening up an internal browser. So here we go. We're about to flash here. There we go. 1, 2. Okay, so now it's going to log into Google right here. That's all you see. Outside of those 2 flashes, you don't see anything else. Now, what I'm trying to do is get the programmers to actually hide those flashes happening, but it's a Windows 10 issue, so we're working on this. Let's just say it's a work in progress. So here we go. It's going to log into YouTube. And just a few moments, it's going to get a video out of the queue here. Okay, here we go. It's open in YouTube. There we go. It's searching for my Ecom Comp Plan 2018. And now it's starting to search for that particular video. So it's working already. So the YouTube app is running in the background. It's running totally in the background here. We can continue doing our webinar while the Viper's running in the back and it's watching these videos. So again, totally hands-free. A lot of people ask me questions whenever they see the Viper, like, oh, wait a second. Do I have to go in and click watch video, watch it for 6 minutes, click, okay, I watched it, click share, then I can get my credits? Not at all. Totally taking that out of the equation. It's fully automated. Again, totally hands-free. And you can see it's totally searching here for this video. So we'll check back here. We'll see what it finds here in just a few moments. We'll go back over to the Viper. And we have the main Viper here. Now, if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to drop them into the Q&A or drop them into the webinar chat here. I have it on another screen. So if your questions come in, I will be able to answer them. But don't be shy if you have questions. Feel free to put them in. David, do you have anything on this? Do you have any questions on this?
No questions. No, I'm just trying to take it all in. Just, it's pretty cool how it runs just in the background. You don't have to really worry about too much.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the big thing with videos, guys, and we talked about this earlier, was click-through rate and search relevancy and watch time. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over here to YouTube. I'm going to show you a couple of statistics. Everybody loves statistics because it's the real thing. Now, whenever I go to rank a video, I'm not like some of the other marketers that you see where they tell you that they're ranking for the big blue cow in the middle field. Okay, anybody can rank for that term. I go after real hard, serious, hardcore terms here. One of my hardcore terms I'm going for is DUI lawyer Las Vegas. This is a major, major, major term. It's huge. You can see I put this up on July 17th. It's 45 seconds long. And we've got average view duration is 38 seconds, which is awesome. Average percentage viewed is 86%. This is huge for retention on a video. So the relative and absolute retention here for the video is absolutely cool. If a video gets a view, if someone pops in, they drop off after 7 seconds, that's going to look extremely bad to Google, very bad. If it comes in and they drop off at 16 seconds, that's still not very good at all. But when a person stays on a video and they watch it for 86% of the retention here on the video, and you can see some of them went all the way to the very end, that is awesome because this builds your retention on your video, this builds your total watch time on the video, and this tells Google that this is an interested person watching this video. So what are they going to do? They're going to rank you higher. They're going to give you a higher ranking out of it. So we can go down here, we can scroll down, we can see, okay, most of the views coming in were out of the United States. Out of that, the average duration was, again, 38%. Average watch time was 86%. We had some from Australia. Total watch time on that was 91%. So all of these are pretty darn high in here. I actually don't see any too low. Let's see. The lowest one that we have here is 33 seconds. So that's the very lowest that we have coming in. And that's on the audience retention. Now let's go over to traffic sources here for this video. Okay, so this is really important. Again, total watch time on the video is 2 hours and 34 minutes on a 45-second video. So that tells you how much the viewers are watching this, how much the videos are being watched, which is really cool. I'm just going to switch back up here to the Viper and show you, see what it's doing right here. It's watching the video. So totally in the background, you don't hear anything at all. It's doing everything. So I'm just going to stop this. I'm going to close it out, close down the Viper in the background. We'll go back over to the statistics. And you can see when I started it up, when that traffic just took straight off, totally spiked right there. Now you can see on my traffic sources, 107, 69%, I should say, 69% of my viewership came from YouTube search. The other came in from direct, which would be from the main Google search. So if we go back over here and we'll take a look at this again, 69%. Now, why is it YouTube and not Google? You may be asking, well, wait a second, Mike. Why is it coming in on YouTube and not Google? Well, it may be popping up in a carousel. Have you guys seen the carousel? If you've seen a carousel in Google for a carousel on the video, drop a 1 in. If you haven't, drop a 2 in. Okay, awesome. Awesome. We got a couple of searches, a couple of people coming back on that. So let's go ahead and show you what the carousel looks like. We'll show that in just a second. So we have our total search volume coming in on YouTube. Okay, thank you, Don. Thanks on that. I'll show you what the carousel is. This is an update that came out recently from Google. Now, what I'm going to do is pull up an incognito window here. And I did do a search earlier on this. This is one of the videos that I threw into the Viper. You can see I uploaded this on July 17th. I did nothing else to this video. I've not built backlinks to it. I've not thrown it into my embed network. I've not built high authority to it. I've not done trust flow or page authority boosting to it. I've done none of that. All I've done is had the Viper into it. Now, when I first uploaded this video, when I first put up Carpet Cleaner Crystal City, it was on page 2 of YouTube at the very bottom. And it was on page, I think, 6 of Google. So this is a big area. Crystal City is right on the border of Washington, D.C. It's literally right outside the Washington Monuments. I used to work in Crystal City. It was a really painful place to work because the traffic was so atrocious. But right there, that video, after putting in the Viper, it shot right up to the very top. Now, the top person here in Crystal City is Hadid Carpet Cleaning. And Hadid was totally ranking out for this. Joe Hadid right here. He was ranking all of the search, and I totally beat him out, which I was psyched about. Now, if we go back over to all and we search for the main search here for carpet cleaner in Crystal City, you can do this in your own search. You can see right here in the middle. So you have the main Google My Business right here. You have the first two searches, and then below it, you have two videos showing up. Now, this is called the video carousel, Don. This is what you were saying you hadn't seen it before. This is a new update that Google put into, into their search engines about 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago. And it actually allows the videos to have a carousel, hey, you're welcome, right into the Google search. So no longer necessarily do your videos show up in the top 10 searches, but if they show up in the carousel, then it's right there on page 1. And what this means is if you set up your video marketing correctly, if you interlink your videos, set up a silo within your video accounts, that means that you're setting up a interlinked type of network, like a chain of videos, you could actually dominate the entire carousel. So if I had gone hardcore with this, with the carpet cleaner Crystal City, I could have actually filled up the entire carousel with my own videos, which is awesome because that would be great for your clients. That's what clients want to see. That's how you drive the views in. That's how you get the awesome sales here. So you can see right here, Kyle Vega, July 17th, I'm ruling page 1. So when we go back over to the analytics and it says that for this one, well, this is the DUI lawyer, but if we were looking at the carpet cleaner one right here and it was saying the YouTube search, that would tell you that it's actually coming in because they're clicking on the carousel, which is within the YouTube. So that's really cool. I was very, very happy about that one. Again, this is the video right here, 35 likes, 330 views, and very simple. I did nothing else in here. I mean, look at this. This is bare boned. I didn't even put in hashtags. I didn't do anything. I didn't fill in a description. All I did was upload the video, put the main keyword right here, the money keyword at the very top, and dropped it into the Viper, which was awesome. The next search is absolutely massive. This one's Electrician Orlando. Again, I don't go after soft ranking keywords that try to impress people on webinars. I hate it when marketers do that. I really do hate it. So I went after a keyword that has 41 million searches. And again, this is Electrician Orlando. Now, I'm not showing up anywhere on page 1 of Google yet. However, on the videos, I was on page 9 of the video page when I first uploaded this. And I did not do any type of backlinking. I did not do any type of boosting, anything of that nature. All I did was have the Viper on it. So if we go down here, I'm on page 2 now. Oh, wow, look at that. I think I actually moved off of page 2. Where did I go? You know, it must be doing the Google dance. Okay. So it is definitely doing the Google dance. I don't think I'm back up on page 1 here. I should have saved that on the screen. But I was right there on page 2. So I was up here on page 2, number 4. I hate whenever that happens, David, right when you're in the middle of something here. But that was ranking right up there. Okay, it looks like we got a raised hand here. Does somebody have a question? Or did they just hit the raised hand button? Jimmy, if you want to drop a question into the Q&A or the chat, please feel free to. That way I can answer your question there. So this is what we call the Google dance. When the video is first showing up somewhere in a rank and then it disappears, don't be afraid whenever that happens. What's happening is it's getting views, it's getting action, and the video will actually drop off and then it will come back. So if it drops off, if it's on page 2, number 4, I'm expecting it to be page 2, number 1 next time it comes back. So that's pretty darn exciting right there. I love seeing that type of action come in. Now the next thing that I have here, I'm going to show you on Easy Rank Tracker here that I'm tracking on. And let's go to DUI Lawyer Las Vegas. This is the Google search. So when I first put this in, and this is doing a major Google dance right now. So if you search for it, it may not be in the search at the moment because, again, it's fluctuating with the views coming in. But you can see it's going up. The first time I put it in, it was at rank 83. Then it was at 79, and now it says it's on 77, which means it should be around page 7 or page 8 of the actual google.com for that particular keyword. Now, that is a massive keyword. DUI lawyer Las Vegas is absolutely huge. If I'm able to rank out there and put a phone number on the call, I could get anywhere from $200 to $400 per lead on that particular niche when you're talking about it. So that is a very, very big money maker. So I'm very excited to see where this goes with my particular ranking. So that's all really great to see. Okay, so back here on statistics, you can see all the great analytics. We have the viewers coming in, the interaction reports. Everything in here is awesome. And you can see the different videos. I had HQ webinar, total watch time, 5,600 minutes. Retention rate on this one was 80%, which was great. Most of the searches were coming in, 64% were coming in from google.com, which was awesome. You can see my electrician video. Here's the other electrician, so that main video there. We'll go ahead and delete those out. Now, on the group itself I have here is, this is the Facebook group. Just going to show you what we have in here. This is one of my students. So Scott Rogers, he's one of my longtime members, been in here. Encouraged here, a video I published yesterday, started running Viper, is number 5 on Google, incognito, video page with 411,000 matches. So that was really cool. He was very excited about that one. Again, he had another one show up, 4.3 million results, uploaded 1 day ago, and it's already starting to rank up there. So that's very cool. Very active in here. We have a lot of great guys, a lot of great information being shared. And one of my guys that came in actually signed up last week. So it was this guy right here, Jermaine. Jermaine had this awesome experience. And he threw a video into the Viper. Let me see if I can find it here, his particular post. But what he did is he threw it into the Viper, let it run. About 4 days later, his video was ranking page 1. Not only was his video ranking page 1, but his Web 2.0 blog was ranking page 1 as well because he had the video embedded on the blog. So the blog was ranking, his video was ranking first, blog was right below it. He made a $1,000 commission off of that brand new video. $1,000. And when he shared it in the group, I was like, wow, that's awesome. I never, of course, asked people what type of niches they're in, but I thought, what kind of niche was he in that he got a $1,000 commission off of it running the Viper? So that was really cool. Another guy in here, Scott Patton, not Scott Rogers, but Scott Patton, actually had a great experience as well. Here it is, Jermaine. So he's saying, one of my campaigns, I ran my YouTube video for a pre-launch. He then embedded in his blog, ranked page 1 of Google, top 5 in YouTube, top 5 in the video page on Google, which resulted in a $1,000 commission last night. And that was on July 16th. So this is real. This is real stuff. This isn't fluff that, that I'm creating here out thin air, which is really cool. So it's totally impressed. But one of my other guys, Scott Rogers, in here, see if I can find that screenshot as well. He actually has a video they ranked out in Hawaii for what he did is he ranked out in Hawaii for a roofing client, so local roofing client, and he ended up he's getting 30 leads a month off of it, and that's one of the videos they ranked with Viper, which is really cool. So driving in lots of cells, everything is working great. I'm just going to show you another screenshot here that I got last night from William. This is who I was talking to you about. So this is what he sent me last night on private message on Facebook. Thought you might be interested to know that Viper is superior to crowd search in terms of YouTube search, CTR. It's only 2 days campaign. The Viper beat 2 higher ranked videos, which were driven by crowd search. So if any of you guys have ever used crowd search, you can use it to drive views in, traffic in. That's really a great tool that I used in the past for ranking websites. And I don't use it anymore, but I've used it a couple of years ago. So that was really cool. So he was using Viper, and he was putting it against other tools to see what Viper would do, and he totally beat it out. So I was totally psyched about that one. That was really cool. And I believe I just showed you Scott Rogers here. So if you guys have any questions here on the Viper, feel free to drop them into the chat. David, if you have anything you'd like to point out, feel free to.
I have a question regarding, like, for example, the DUI lawyer video. It's not branded yet, has no phone number on it, but once you get it ranking, can you then go into YouTube and edit it, or?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Definitely. Yeah, you can go in there, edit the title. You just can't take out the video. Vimeo, you can actually replace the video with it. But on YouTube, you can take out the video. But what I can do is I can go in, edit the title, put my call to action number in there, and it will definitely update and change, which is really cool. But that was just for testing. If you do upload a video like that, what I would definitely recommend doing is put your phone number in there and rank for it. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Just get those things ranking, and then you could just sell the videos or rent them every month.
Yeah, exactly. Now, here's the thing, talking about selling and renting. One of the bonuses that I'm actually throwing in for those that pick up the Viper from you, David, here, I think we're going to run this for about 3 days, I think, right?
Yeah, this is only available till, I think, the 26th.
26, okay, so 2 days. 2 day here. One of the things I'm going to throw in for you guys is something huge, okay? It's a $297 course. Now, this isn't a $20 course that I'm pricing at $297. This is a true $297 course. I actually sold about 15 copies before I decided to give it away for free to all the people that picked up Viper here. And I got quite some feedback, some flack, I should say, from the guys that paid the money on it. So they were not happy. I had to, of course, compensate them. But in this course, I'm going to be teaching one of my strategies on pay-per-call. Now, if you know what pay-per-call is, drop a 1 into the chat. If you don't, drop a 2 in. Okay, Don, that's great. Okay, so on pay-per-call, Don, I'm sure you're familiar with, is pay-per-call is you can basically get paid for having phone calls come in. Now, there's many different ways you can do this. You can do it with a local client. You can rent out a video to a local client that's like Rank and Rent. You can do pay-per-call with a client, so you get paid per phone call, basically pay per lead. Or you can use a third party. Now, what I'm going to be teaching in here is how to find and use third parties to get paid. So basically, you don't need to find the clients. All you have to do is sign up for free at 2 different places, and I'll be telling you what places these are, and you can sign up at these 2 awesome places, get approved super fast. There's not much to it, and it's totally free. You don't have to pay for it. All you have to do is rank the videos, put the phone number on, have it redirect to the third-party phone number, and every time that you drive a call in, you get paid for it. Now, how many people would like to learn that? If you'd like to learn that, drop a 1 in. If you don't, drop a 2 in. I'm sure everybody, yeah, cool, Don, total. Everybody wants to learn how to do that, right? Let me tell you what, back in 2016, I was doing a lot of live streaming. So back in 2015, I created my full first live streaming tool. And I was live streaming videos. And in 2016, I went really heavy into the pay-per-call niche. And I was live streaming 200,000 videos per month. Okay, crazy amount of videos per month. And I was driving thousands of calls per month coming in for different niches. One of them was locksmith. Locksmith, I got a ton of calls from Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and Louisiana. It was amazing. And most of these calls came in, and as long as they stayed on the phone for 60 seconds. If they were over 60 seconds, I got qualified. And if I qualified, I was paid $11 per call. Now you may be thinking, okay, that's not very much, Mike, but it really does build up. When you're getting paid $11 per call for 60 seconds on the phone, all you did was rank a video, you're driving in the sales, that is super, super cool. Now, if you do it for a different niche, let's say, for example, lawyers, they stay on the phone for 3 minutes. So if I get that Las Vegas video to rank and I throw it into my third-party aggregator and I'm just driving the phone calls to them, if they stay on the phone for 3 minutes, I get paid anywhere from $250 to $400 for 3 minutes. They don't have to sell them. They don't have to sign them. They don't have to do anything. As long as they're on their phone for 3 minutes, I get paid that money. This is really cool. Now, with this third-party system, back in 2016, unfortunately, they don't offer this one anymore, but it gives you some ideas. There was a niche out there for mesothelioma. Now, if you know what mesothelioma is, it's a cancer. People that worked around asbestos, worked around in mining, doing labor with putting up buildings and things like that. And 60s, 70s, and 80s in particular, asbestos and mesothelioma really came into cancer. A lot of people got a lot of cancer from that. So unfortunately, people that do have mesothelioma, the government has set aside billions of dollars to handle this. Now, one of those niches that you could go after, the mesothelioma niche, paid out $4,500 for a 5-minute phone call. 5-minute phone call, all you had to do was drive it in, and you got paid $4,500 for 5 minutes on the phone. A couple of my students racking these in like crazy. Then they ended the niche. I think it got too profitable. So they were sending in a lot of calls. Lawyers probably ended up ranking the videos themselves or getting the calls in themselves. But if you go after lawyers yourself and you set up like for the mesothelioma niche and you go for it, that's an idea for you. One of the people that I used to work with got a 6-figure payout by ranking videos, driving them to a lawyer. They had set up a personal relationship with a lawyer, and instead of getting paid per call, their agreement was on contract. If you solve one of these, cases, I get a percentage. And they solved one of the cases that they sent in, and they got a percentage. It was a 6-figure payout. That's a real deal. That's a real thing. So there's no fluff. There are no lies. There's no exaggerations here. This is what I'll be teaching you in the course. So the course is coming. I've actually got about 3 or 4 videos in there already, and a lot more in the future, but it's really cool. So if you're wanting to learn how to rank your videos, if you're wanting to have a complete system to rank your videos, this is the Viper, and you definitely want to get your hands on this. So David, do you have the link available?
I do have it available. It's did you want to put it up on your screen, or where do we put it in?
Let me grab it here. I think you sent it to me here.
Yeah, it's digitalproductslab.com/Viper.
Okay, there we go. I dropped it out to the chat here for you guys. So you should see it in your webinar chat, and I'll also open it up right here. Okay, it looks like I actually forwarded it to the main URL. So what we'll do is we'll just pop this in. So this is the video right here, productslab.com/Viper. This is the video traffic Viper page here on the sales page. And you can go on down here and let's take a look at the packages real quick, because I know a lot of people have questions on this. So what I've done is I've added in bonuses just for David here on the credits. So if you pick up the one-time pack, now let's talk about the one-time pack here. This is $97 one-time fee. And what you can actually do is, we'll scroll down here because it looks like Provely's covering it up. What you get is you get 500 credits, which is awesome. You can create a lot of different videos in here. The next thing that you have is on top of that, you can create unlimited campaigns. Credits roll over every month as long as you stay active. So you want to stay active in here. Staying active means that you're part of the community. You're helping out. You're running the watch tool on your computer. You're getting views. You're viewing it, all that great stuff. So as long as you can continue to stay active, with that, you earn up to 100 credits back per month for watching your videos. So you get 100 credits back per month. You receive 500 credits. On top of that, you get 150 bonus credits. And if you're one of the first 5 people to pick this up, you'll get 300 bonus credits on top of that. So 450 bonus credits on top of the one-time pack there. So on top of that, so 500 credits, 450, you're looking at 950 credits. You're basically getting buy one, get one free on the bonus credits. But I'm actually going to toss in something even more cool. So on top of the $297 course that you get for this, if you pick this up today, now this is within 24 hours from this moment. So this is July 24th at 6:50. If you buy in the next 24 hours, I will add in an additional 500 credits for the total, for your pack. So this is a $500 credit bonus. We're going to call it early bird, 24 hours only. After the 24 hours is up, that bonus goes away, but you still get all these other great credit bonuses. So if you pick up in the next 24 hours, you get 500 extra credits, which is like buy one, get three free on that one-time pack. Now, the Pro Pack here is a one-time fee of $97, then $47 a month. So the first payment will be $144, and then after that, it's $47 a month. Now, the nice thing about that is you're receiving 400 credits per month, but you're able to earn back 300 credits per month, which is really cool. So you're getting a lot more views that you're able to get back. You're getting a lot more on that. A lot of people go for the yearly just because they get a ton of credits up front. So they get all of their credits for the year up front. So you get 5,000 credits in bulk, plus 300 credits on the bonus, plus 300 if they're one of the first 5 to purchase, and then the 500 credits on top of that. It's huge. And for this one, I've only limited it to 3 cells. So 3 people can get this. After 3, I'm a hard seller, okay? So I'm not one of these guys that puts in a scarcity of, hey, I'm going to tell you that only 3 are available, but hey, I'll sell up to 10. 3 is available. So after 3 is sold out, I'm taking it off the page. It's going to have a sold out button on there. So first 3 to pick that up, you're going to get a ton of credits. There is another one in here, and this is a combo. And actually, I did not talk about the combo here. A lot of people ask what the combo is. This actually is my other tool, is part of the combo. It's the Embed Network. So for this one, it's $1,200 yearly. These are billed yearly. And you receive 7,000 credits in bulk. You're able to earn back 400 credits per month. And the thing with the Embed Network is I have a custom Embed Network for boosting videos. So it builds custom backlinks. It gets embeds to your videos. And the network has over 1 million Web 2.0s in it. And since launching the Embed Network last November, the network has created 28 million Web 2.0 embeds. That means 28 million blog posts have been created with video embeds on them. Over 60% of the network is powered. That means that they have authority on them. So half of, I'd say 550 to 600,000 of the accounts have page authority and trust flow on it. So it's very, very powerful. It really, really ranks people's videos on top of Viper working, but sending the click-through rate, the search relevancy, and all that great stuff. That's the other thing on the Embed Network. Embed Network's all part of the Viper. Shares the same credit. So credits used on Viper, same thing taken away Embed Network. And with all the credits, you could literally build 5.6 million backlinks. That's a lot of backlinks if you were to throw it in. Let me just show you real quick here what the Embed Network looks like. So we'll just log in here under this account. Currently in the queue, there's 1,168 campaigns in the queue. Total times it's been run, 33,000 campaigns have been run since it launched. On average, each campaign creates around 600 backlinks, which is really cool. So we can go into submission here. You can see all of the accounts, all the categories that I have. I believe I have over 300 categories in here. I have all the states as well. So if you wanted to do multiple categories, like say family dentist in Georgia, you could choose that, and you could have a campaign be created for both family dentist and Georgia, that particular thing. So that's really cool. There's schedulers built in, all that really, really neat stuff. So you can add custom articles in. You can choose how many links you want to do. I know I'm kind of going through this quickly here, but we didn't actually cover this, so I do apologize. But the Viper is awesome. That's the Embed Network on the back end. And it's, like I said, it's absolutely massive. People love it. I've had a couple of people pick up the combo, and they totally love that, that part of getting into the Embed Network. So let me go over here. Do you see any questions I've missed over here, David?
There is a question from Susan. She came in kind of late, and she doesn't really understand the credit system. So
okay, so thanks for coming in, Susan. I do appreciate you dropping in here tonight. So the way the credit system works is it charges 1 credit per 1 view. I mean, 100 views. So if you want to get 200 views to your video, it's going to take 2 credits. Just kind of give you an overview on this. And we actually have that on the page. Okay, 1 credit per 1 view. However, if you want to get, say, 5 likes, I mean, not 5 likes. If you want to get a couple of likes on it, it will put, you know, a percentage of likes up to 20% of likes. It will take 5 credits out of your account. And then, you know, with the way the credit system is, it's the best way that I could have the system run fluidly so everyone's able to get great benefits. They're able to get all their videos watched, and it doesn't overflow the network. Because sometimes when people get into tools, they absolutely flood it with everything. So basically, it's very affordable, 1 credit per 100 views. And right now, the way the tool is working is you need to watch 10 videos to get 1 credit back. So it's very cool. Every 10 videos that you watch in the background, you get 1 credit back. Now, there is one thing I did not mention, David. Let me mention this real quick. If we go back over here to add campaign on the Viper, when you put in your YouTube URL, if you have a long video, it will actually add, if it's over 20 minutes, it will add 20 credits to your campaign. I just want to give you that up front here on it. What that means is we're trying to keep the network running fast. Most videos are 30 seconds sometimes. 30 seconds up to 5 minutes. Sometimes people have videos that are 10 minutes long. I've done review videos at 15, 18 minutes long. That's fine. But if it's over 20 minutes long, you're going to get charged an extra 20 credits just because you're slowing down the network. You know, we want to get videos watched as quickly as possible. If a ton of people throw in hour-long videos, this one guy put a video in recently for 2 hours. And I went, oh my gosh, 2 hours. You know, it's going to really slow down the network. So for me, I want to keep it going. Most videos, like I said, are tops 5 minutes long. So it goes pretty quickly. The other thing that built into the Viper, which I may have questions about later, so I just want to say it here on video for anybody that's watching the replay. One of the big things here with the Viper, let me go back here and stop sharing my screen here. One of the things with the Viper is I have a built-in threshold as well. So if there is a, yeah, thank you, Susan. Thanks for asking. That's a great question. If you have any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat here. One of the things I've built into the tool is a bad word blocker. So this is a clean network. This is a family-friendly network. Don't promote anything bad in terms of, you know, sexual or anything like that. It actually will not allow you to do it in the tool. So we want to make sure that everything is clean through the network. There isn't bad things coming in. You know, just think, because these are real people's accounts that we're using. So people are putting their real YouTube accounts in. Some people are not even using the Viper to promote videos that they're doing themselves. They're using Viper to build subscribers so they can monetize their channel, because you need to get 1,000 subscribers to open up monetization. Others are just using it to keep their accounts active. So they're throwing it into the Viper and they're getting views to videos that they already have up. So they're getting views to their channel's watching videos, really cool things. Now, a couple of things I have rolling out in the future. And when I say future, this is about 2 months down the road at the minimum. I just spoke with my programmers this morning, and I have a YouTube and Google tracker coming out. And I say Google because I don't want to let slip what I have coming out in the future. But I do have a YouTube rank tracker that I'm planning on putting into the Viper, which is going to be cool. There'll be options that will allow you to add in total, you know, limitations on number of videos that you want to have watched per day. So if you want to only get 50 views per day or 20 views per day, those type of things will be coming in. I'm looking into blocking certain IP addresses and allowing people to put time zones in as well. So perhaps when you're sleeping, the videos don't get watched. So these are all things I'm going into. So far, I've updated the tool 12 times since I've launched it in the last 6 weeks. So one of the things that you're getting with me and with the Viper is someone that does support 24/7, literally. I'm always doing support. I'm fast on support. I'm going to be answering your questions. We have a very active Facebook group. Occasionally, usually about once a month, I'll do a live webinar with everybody. Get in, show you the tool, show you what you can do with it, answer questions, anything like that. The other thing is we have full training in the background and total support. Again, I just totally support the tool, and I'll be here for very long, longevity. Not one of these people that creates a tool and disappears after 3 months. You don't have to worry about that. Here for the long haul. So if you have any other questions, feel free to put them in. David, if I missed anything, please let me know.
William had a question in regards to political. I'm assuming he's asking about political terms or making videos for political reasons. Is that something that's allowed in the tool?
That is allowed, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that is allowed.
All right.
Yeah, I actually on that one, I did have a guy request, hey, can you block political stuff? I don't want to have, people making videos about, politics on there. But you know what? That would be really hard to first off to block out. How do you determine that's a political ad, if you know what I'm saying? That would be really difficult. So
Right.
for that case, I'm just letting people put that in. As long as it's not sexual or bad in nature, I did put a list in. There's about 80 keywords hidden in the background that if you try to enter a URL that has something on there like that, it will block you. And I had to do that because I did not have that in there originally. And someone had the Viper up, and believe it or not, on their computer, I think they were using Linux, and for whatever reason, they were able to see the videos that were being watched, which boggles my mind because I created it to be hidden. But they were able to see it, and their 7-year-old daughter walked by, and there was this horrible video on the, being watched. And the daughter was like, "Dad, what's that?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh." So the dad sent me a message, totally got me, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I felt terrible. So I was really mad that, the person put that video in there thinking that was all right. So totally got that taken out. We had to put that in. Unfortunately, that had to happen, but we don't want that kind of stuff. We want it clean. Just keep it clean.
Good stuff. I like it clean too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we don't want anything like that. So
I want to welcome John. John jumped on the $497 plan, so that's pretty cool. He's
that's awesome,
about
John.
maybe upgrading at a later date. But welcome, John. Thanks for your trust. In regards to, I've been in offline marketing for quite a while, and I outsource a lot of my offline services. So, for example, video marketing would be something that I would typically outsource, but it gets very expensive, and I really like this kind of tool that you can just do it yourself, get the views, things like boosting up to what did you mention, 1,000? If you have 1,000 subscribers, then you can start monetizing your channel.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah, those are things that you can offer to people while using this tool, and I think that's really cool. And it's not only that, I always get real leery with who I'm trusting when I'm outsourcing, because you don't really know what they're doing and if they're going to damage your account or your client's account and stuff like that. So I just wanted to, tell anybody that's watching this, I'm only promoting people that I trust. If I didn't trust Michael with this tool, I wouldn't have promoted this webinar, and I wouldn't promote this deal that we have going on. So I think that weighs in very heavy in regards to the products that I promote and the people that I trust with their tools. Because I know some people, and I've been doing this a while, and people will email me and say, "Well, is that kind of black hat? Is this, is it white hat? Is it gray hat?" There's always 1,000 questions of paranoia, right? And it's when you can trust people like Michael, like he said, he's going to update the tool. He is going to be on support if you have any questions. That's what really matters in this whole business of online marketing. And I think that's something, trust is a big deal. And even keeping it clean and things like that, people they go off the handle with some of the stuff that they try to promote these days. And I'm just not a fan of that. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate the time and the deals that you're offering, the 500 extra credits, that's a pretty big deal, right?
Yeah, actually, I haven't offered anybody else that deal, David. So that's a David exclusive deal.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, because that's a big deal. So, I don't know anything else we can share.
I think that pretty much covers it on this. I don't want to keep everybody too late on this call, but just keep in mind, again, like David said, this is going to be continually updated, supported, whether you get the one-time pack, a yearly pack, the combo pack, the monthly pack, whatever you decide to pick up, it's going to be taken care of and supported. Part of this update that I sort of told you about, I told you a couple of things coming out. There is actually close to 55 updates in this pack that I dropped out to my programmers that will be coming in the future. So there are a ton of options coming out, a ton of different things. There's actually additional, you know, packs that are coming onto the Viper that's going to take it from Video Viper to the stars. We'll just say that. So this is really the intro. This is the first part of it. Really good. Yeah, this is a great tool. This is going to be here for the long term. This is a tool that I've wanted to create for the last 3 years. Last 3 years, it's been in my mind. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to build it until this year. But this is something that works. There are other tools out on the net. You may have already heard of some of these tools that run, you know, that you have to manually click, you have to manually watch, you have to manually, you know, view videos. I don't want any of that. I want fully automated. You know, you want fully automated. No one wants to manually watch a video because, let's be honest, you're going to do that for about 30 minutes before you get tired of it. Even if you're getting, you know, 2 credits or 5 credits or whatever it is, you've got more important things to do in your business, more important things to run. So this does actually run on PC. This does not run on Mac unless you run it on Parallels. I have around 10 members that run it on Parallels. They love it. Scott Patton is one of the guys I mentioned earlier. He runs it on Parallels, I believe. Loves it. Runs great. So it does run on Parallels, but it is a PC app for the downloadable tool. And again, that leaderboard that we're going to be doing will be cash prizes. No fluff, no lies, nothing else here. I think there was a question up here. I just want to expound here on John, what John asked. Like, guys, does this rank videos like Mike's other courses? Yes, absolutely, John. And what I'm going to be teaching you in this course, some of the tidbits I drop in here, like how to phone verify your YouTube accounts for free without using your cell phone, without using your home phone. For people that don't know how to do that, I'm going to be showing you how to do it. I've phone verified over 5,000 YouTube channels using this method I'm going to teach you. Totally free, totally easy to do, and you're going to totally love that. So we're going to be talking about boosting in that course, how to boost videos with TrustFlow, Page Authority, how to jack expired Web 2.0s like expired tumblers. I have around 45,000 expired tumblers under my control, which I can rank anything I want, which I told you earlier in the video and earlier in the webinar that I did not use anything like that on my DUI Las Vegas video or anything of that nature, because I didn't want you to think that I was, you know, using anything else to jack the video with. But I tell you what, if I jacked it with the things I'm going to teach you in this course, I bet you I can have it to page 1 in no time, even for Las Vegas. I'm going to be showing you how to dominate in video regardless of the niche, how to do it in record time using the Viper and using all the other tricks and tools I'm going to show you. Totally white hat, nothing black hat. I'm not into that. I'm not into what I like to call the dark magic of the web. I only teach white hat on this, but you're going to love what I'm going to teach you. And that's all I'm going to say on that. But Viper's awesome. Viper's working. And you're getting stats in, you're getting views to your videos, you're ranking the videos. The guys in there, you'll constantly see it in the Facebook group. Hey, I can't believe it. I'm actually ranking my video. This is the first time I've ever actually ranked something. I've gotten some really excited people responding to me. So this is great. So if you have any other questions, feel free to put them in and we'll ask. We'll go through here one more time on questions before we go.
Yeah, real quick. A lot of the stuff that Michael just talked about just went way over my head, okay? Because like I said, I outsource most of my offline services, but if you are somebody that is interested in ranking videos, this is the guy that you want teaching you, okay? Like he mentioned, it's white hat stuff. It's stuff that he's done for years. You want him helping you out. So just keep that in mind, okay? If you're somebody that wants to learn how to do this, and you can make a lot of money ranking videos. I mean, it's not just with affiliate commissions, but with offline clients. I mean, there's so much money to be made. Susan says she's interested, but would love to catch the replay. We're going to try to get the replay out as soon as we can, Susan, but just keep in mind the extra bonus credits that Michael's running, that was intended for people that attended the live video. So, I mean, we're going to try to get the replay out early tomorrow, but just keep that in mind. If you want the 500 extra credits, don't let it run out in the 24 hours. But we'll try to get that out as soon as we can.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely keep that in mind. There was a question here by William Trinker. What's the chance other software developers get into this and run it sketchy and get YouTube closing this kind of technology? That's a great question. But you know what? The YouTube technology behind it is searching on YouTube, searching out on Google. So that's really not anything different than opening up YouTube, typing in. They can't block that. Now, there are tons of other developers out. Like I said, there are several other tools out right now. I'm not going to mention them by name because I don't want to get napalmed by the developers, but there are several tools out. But you have to manually watch the videos. You have to manually click the videos. You have to manually do everything there. And that, first off, they don't work. They're using proxies. So most of the tools out, except for one other that I know of, one other is actually making you manually watch the videos, which is a pain in the butt. Let's just be honest here. Excuse me for saying that. But it's a total pain to sit there and watch videos for 10 hours a day to get, 50 credits. That's a nightmare. But there are some other softwares out there that run in the background. They say, hey, I'm going to get you tons of views. But what they're using proxies. And they're using data center proxies. And they're coming back as proxies, obviously, on YouTube. So YouTube takes the videos away. They're taking the views away. So what you're actually seeing on there is views being taken away on your videos. I've seen it a dozen times on launch jacks. I've been seeing these videos go up on launch jacks and the views actually go away, which is crazy. So whenever I see that, I'm like, oh, the person's using a fake viewer. They may get 4,000 views in one day. The next day, they have 1,100 views. So definitely keep that in mind. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. This is a method that Google uses to rank videos. So if they take away that method, they're not going to get any views to their videos. That's basically it.
All right. Well, we're a little over an hour into this. Michael, I appreciate your time and definitely really appreciate offering this software and the bonuses that you've added for my list exclusively. So I really appreciate that.
Awesome. Thank you so much, David, for having me up here. I'm going to put this link in one more time because I think someone just asked just a moment ago. Joy asked for the link. I did send that to you privately, Joy, but there's the link again, guys. Again, it is 500 credit bonus next 24 hours, and we are limited. Now, someone already picked up the 497 pack for the yearly, so we only have 2 left now, so keep that in mind.
Yeah. Sounds
awesome.
good.
All right. Well, David, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for coming in tonight. I really appreciate the participation. In fact, David, I'm going to do something else for him here. For the guys that picked up for today for the live call on top of the 500, early birds, as I like to call them, I'm going to give you 200 extra credits. 200
extra. You heard them.
There you go. So that's only for the live call for those that picked up this time between now and the end of this call, 200 extra credits. So thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for picking this up. And if you have any questions, shoot them to David or send them over to me. Get you taken care of.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining the live call. And if you're watching on the replay, this is going to only be available till July the 26th, 2018. I think we're running it till about 10 o'clock Pacific time, 10 p.m. Pacific time. So if you're on the fence, you like what you see, go ahead and pick this up.
Awesome. Great. Thank you, Michael. David.
All right. Thanks, man. Take care.
All right, guys. Take care. Thank you.